Hey guys, welcome back to Building Southlake episode 119, I think is what we're on, so we're almost to 120. It's amazing how fast time flies by. So I think today we're going to continue working on the building that we started working on last week, and if we come to the front, you can fully see what it looks like when it's completed on the front side, with no roof or anything like that. So here's what the building looks like. I think it looks pretty damn good if you ask me. I like the small little grass area here in front. Originally, I was going to have that be more of a picnic, not picnic, but, you know, a dining area for the employees of the building and stuff like that. But I decided to add grass there because I think it would look a little bit nicer, have more greenery to the city, if you will, and just add more detail like that. Also, I think one of the other things I did add was, so I think this was one lower on the last part, so I moved it up another window. I think it looks a little bit better this way. So now it's just continuing the design and stuff like that. So if you might notice here on the back side, not everything is symmetrical like it is over on the front side. The reason for that, well, I guess it is symmetrical on the back side, just not symmetrical with the front. And the reason for that is these two things right here are going to be elevators. So that's why they are kind of separated by a little bit. So I think that looks pretty good. Are these even? I think they're one block back. They should be at least, which they are. Perfecto. Yeah, so really the building's coming together pretty nicely, I think. I mean, again, there's still some things that need to be taken care of, and some things to definitely improve on. But I think overall, the entire design of the building is coming along pretty nicely. I really do like the materials that I did choose for the building. I think it just looks very good, and the colors of everything kind of complement each other. And I think usually, I've been trying to think of ways not to use quartz as much, but I've been using quartz quite a bit in almost all my buildings. I mean, if you look, it's almost really hard to find a single building on this, you know, server or world that does not have quartz involved in it, because I just love the look of white. It kind of makes it go, white is one of those colors where it goes with everything. So I think when you add quartz, like stairs or whatever it is, it does make a big difference in how the, how would you put it, how the building turns out, if you will. So we actually did get a update onto Minecraft for the console editions. I'm not sure if this includes, you know, like regular servers, but hopefully it does. So they, I'm gonna turn down my phone. I get messages on my phone when I get messages and stuff like that. Kind of gets annoying sometimes, but for the most part, it's not too bad. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So they did add a update for 16 players on the multiplayer. And when I say multiplayer, I'm talking about like the mini games and stuff like that. They added a new game mode. Apparently they said you can max it up to 16 players now. But again, I'm not sure if that includes, you know, the other, you know, like could 16 people join this world? Before I think it was 8. So did that change? How is all that going to work? I haven't really tested it. It's kind of hard to test. I mean, I don't always have 16 people on to, you know, test that out with. And I haven't been playing Minecraft as much, so it's kind of hard to always get, you know, that many people into a world, unless you kind of have it planned ahead of time. That's looking pretty good. One of the other things is kind of going to be self-promotion here. So on one of my other channels, I'm going to be having a Rainbow Six Siege week. So basically, I started yesterday, and what I did was every day this week, I'm uploading a video of Rainbow Six Siege on my Power Play channel. Reason for that is, one, because of the fact that I just like Rainbow Six Siege, and two, the fact I got a lot of recording done for Siege over the weekend. And the whole purpose of this series is going to be trying to get to the diamond rank. If you've never played Rainbow Six Siege, you might not understand it. It's kind of like Overwatch. Hopefully you've played Overwatch. It's a pretty popular game. But kind of think of it more of, you know, the more you play, the more games you win, the better you do. You kind of go up through the ranks, kind of like a prestige to an extent. You know, it's not full-on prestiging, but you are trying to work your way up to the highest level, which is diamond. So I'm trying to work my way up to that level, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I got pretty high up. I think I'm pretty close to getting my goal. So if you want to see those videos, definitely go check those out. Again, I'm going to be uploading a video of Siege every single day for this week alone. It's not going to continue into next week. It's only going to be for this week. Maybe uploading 1 or 2 videos of it next week, but the full-on Siege week is just this week, is what I'm going to do. So if you want to go to that channel and support it and watch those, that content, go down into the description of this video and just look at, my second channel. It should be called Power Play. I think I do have the links updated finally, because I think one of the old links took you to one of my older channels that was kind of a dry run for some other things I wanted to do. Yeah, so definitely go check that out if you are interested in first-person shooters and just, fun watching other people's videos and stuff like that. And I think they're pretty good, quality content as well. So, again, kind of some self-promotion there. Hopefully you guys will go support that channel. I think we're up to 145 subscribers, which, again, that doesn't sound like a lot, and it's really not. But at the same time, it is a lot when you compare it to just, I kind of started that channel from scratch before I even told any of you guys about it. And it is a completely different audience you have to be aware of. So I don't expect everybody from this channel to go support it because of the fact that it's different content, right? I mean, it's not creativity. It's nothing like that. It is all, first-person shooters and stuff like that instead of, Minecraft and all this stuff that we're going to be seeing on this channel, right? So it's a completely different type of audience you're looking for, so I understand why, somebody from this channel is not going to be interested in watching some of the other stuff I do, right? I mean, I'm not naive, I'm not going to say, well, what the hell? Why don't you guys, if you're liking this channel, why don't you go and support that one? Everybody has different tastes and different likes in videos, so, I understand that. All right, so we got that done. Now we need to add glass. So I'm trying to think for the elevator shafts here, if I want to do the same design with the kind of X's or crosses in the middle, kind of like what we did on the front here. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I'm still trying to debate how I want to go about doing that, because I do like how it looks here. I mean, I think it looks pretty good, but I don't want to go overkill with it, right? I don't want to, go too far over the top with everything. So it just kind of have to be something that we play by ear and see how everything turns out first. So what we're going to do is add this here for our glass, so we know where it's going to end. It will be nice and smooth. We have it on this side, so I think we're good. So what we're going to do is just put this here. Where does it end? One more. We come all the way across. So our glass should be above this line that we're making now. So theoretically it should rest on it. And perfect. Okay, let's start adding our glass. So again, everything's coming along pretty well with the city. If you really look at how far the city has progressed over time, it is truly amazing to kind of see how the transformation of everything from the older downtown into the stuff that we're working on now. The style is completely different, and how it's laid out is completely different as well. So it's really cool to see how my building style has changed over time when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Oh, one of the other things I could talk about, it's not confirmed yet, 100%. Excuse me. So for those of you that do watch my car channel, I know some of you guys may be curious about it, others you may not. So if you're not into cars, I will try to keep it as simple as possible. So with a car channel, it is very hard to get a car channel up and going and off the ground because of the fact that if you want to do car reviews, how do you get the cars? Are you going to use your own money at first to rent those cars? By then, usually a rental is not brand new. It might be a year old. So at that point, you're kind of a year behind everybody else's schedule. Or if you have exotic cars, those get the most views. How do you get to, make videos of those cars? Well, luckily, I think I might have finally have a deal with a dealership, so where they're going to let me review their cars, and this includes exotics and stuff like that, everyday cars, all the way up to Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And, hopefully it's not going to be much now, but hopefully in the long run it will really pay off. And I'm really appreciative to them for allowing me to do it. The guy who I've been talking to is very understandable. He actually understands kind of the idea behind it. So many exotic car dealerships, they're so slobby, because, they deal with rich people all day. They don't want people, just kind of sitting around their cars. They don't want to, waste their time. So I get it. I understand why, not everybody's going to accept the offer and, you know, really wanting to get into this side of the business. And I get that. Again, I'm not naive when it comes to stuff like that. It is a business after all, and if it does not gain any, you know, thing for them, what is the point of them really doing it? You know, they don't really care about helping you. It's more about what can they do to help themselves. You know, this is normal business, right? So not everybody's going to understand it. The guy I've been talking to is actually very nice. What he was actually talking about, when I called him, he messaged me back, and he was basically saying, yeah, I mean, if you do it as a hobby, I think that's pretty cool. We'll see what we can work out and go from there. But, you know, the fact that he actually just took the time to, one, reach out, but after that, just the fact that he understood it. He actually kind of wanted to understand, like, what was the purpose behind everything. Did I do this as a full-time job, or is it just a hobby? And right now, it's just a hobby that I would, at some point, like to turn into a full-time job, right? But at the same time, the fact that he just took that time, the fact that he just kind of was there and said, yeah, I mean, if you do this as a hobby, I think it's pretty cool. I'll see what I can do. And you don't get that too much. So it's one of those really cool things that you don't always get. So I think what we're going to do is end the part here. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's short notice, but I got some other stuff to do today. So bye-bye, guys, and thank you very much for watching.